Hi everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing this red and gold dragon brocade cincher made by True Corset. So here is the front, the side, the back, and the other side. This corset goes straight across all the way around, so the center front, the side, and the back seams are all a little bit over 9 inches in height. In terms of the silhouette, I would definitely consider this a modern, slim silhouette. Just the very, very slightest little curve right here. Because of the height of this corset, I would recommend this corset for people who are of shorter stature or who have a shorter torso length. If you have a longer torso and if you are especially looking for anything that covers lower tummy pooch, I would definitely recommend you go with a different type of corset. Because this goes straight right across, it does not cover this lower area at all. So this would just be for basically smoothing a line underneath your clothing or over top of your clothing, but don't expect to get a huge amount of reduction in this sort of corset, and don't expect it to control any lower tummy. The waist of this corset is supposed to be size 22. The underbust measurement here, if you were to wear it closed, it would be about 27 inches, and the hips here would be about 29 inches. Now, my natural hips are about 33 inches, and it's not going to get very much smaller than that because I kind of have bony iliac crest right there. So I do have to wear it with a bit of a gap in the back there. I normally take a size 22 in off-the-rack corsets, but because this has such a very slight hourglass shape to it, because it's so slim, I would probably, in retrospect, have ordered one size up to a size 24 if I wanted it to wear it more closed in the back. So here is the cincher laying flat, and for the material of this is 2 main layers here. The fashion fabric is this gold and red dragon brocade, and then on the inside here is a cotton lining here. It is a little bit of a coarser weave than twill. It's actually more of a bull denim. And the internal boning channels here are made out of, I believe it's Petersham ribbon. For the construction, it has a 5-panel pattern, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the way that it was assembled, it was top stitched in between these panels here. So double stitched in between all the panels, and then you can see the internal boning channels in here, the 3 internal ones on the side there. You can also see a waist tape running through here, and it does not go through the entire width of the corset. It actually starts at the seam between panels 1 and 2, and then it ends at the seam between 4 and 5. So it strengthens these 3 panels right there, but not the first and last panels. The binding is made from satin ribbon, so it has an exposed edge on the outside and on the inside here. However, because it is ribbon, the edge is finished, so it's not as if it's going to fray or anything. It's machine stitched on both the outside and the inside. Also on the inside, you can see that it comes with 6 garter tabs, 3 on each side. And this corset also has a Modesty panel at the back, 5.5 inches wide, so I guess about 4 inches of usable space in here. And it is also covered in the matching red and gold dragon brocade here. It is attached on one side, so if you want to remove it, you can just by removing that line of stitching. And this corset also has a Modesty placket underneath this knob side of the busk here, unstiffened, just made from the same sort of cotton bull denim. The busk is 8.5 inches long with 5 pins equidistantly spaced. This is not your typical half-inch wide busk. This one is actually just short of an inch on either side, and it is fairly stiff. Turning to the inside, this corset has 10 bones total, not including the busk, so 5 on each side. Between the panels, on the seams here, you can see that on each side there are 3 1/4-inch wide spiral steel bones. However, between panel 4 and panel 5, that seam there, it does not have a bone on either side of the corset right there. There are also 2 1/4-inch wide flat steel bones on either side of the grommets at the back there. This corset has a total of 20 2-part size 00 grommets, so 10 on each side. They have a pretty small flange around them, and this is a little bit worrying because I do see that the brocade is starting to fray around the grommets by the waistline here. However, if I turn this around, here is the underside of the grommets. There are a couple of splits in them, but they don't catch onto the laces, and these grommets still seem to be staying in fairly well, gripping onto the bull denim side of that. So I am concerned about the fraying occurring on the fashion fabric, but they're not completely falling out at this point. So I'm going to watch it and see if there are any changes. The laces that come with this corset are your typical black, flat, nylon, shoelace style laces. They have a little bit of spring to it, but if you wear this corset a lot, then the spring will probably just kind of stretch out of it. It's virtually unbreakable. I have no problem pulling on these laces quite hard. The price for this cincher on the True Corset website is about £40 in the UK or $60 in the US. So this concludes the review for the gold and red dragon brocade cincher made by True Corset. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit from it. If you did, then please remember to click that like button. Help support the channel. And if you have any comments or questions about this corset or True Corset in general, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as best as I can. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye!